What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ehe5HN, and it is great to have you here for our daily deep dive into what's got the world talking. Today, June 15th, 2025 has been, well, it's been a day. You know those days where you check your phone in the morning and by lunch, it feels like you've missed 3 seasons of a global drama series? Yeah, it's one of those. From parliaments in chaos to laboratories making sci-fi a reality, the headlines are absolutely buzzing, so we're going to get into all of it. These aren't just random stories, these are the top trending topics that are lighting up social media feeds, dominating dinner table conversations, and probably confusing your grandpa on Facebook. I mean, honestly, some of this stuff is confusing me, and I'm supposed to be the one explaining it. It's a wild ride out there, and it feels like every corner of the globe decided to do something dramatic, all at once, just to keep us on our toes. We'll be breaking down everything from a political bombshell that's shaking up an entire continent, to a genuine, wait, they can do that now? Moment in technology that could change all of our lives. We've also got sports drama, a viral moment that is both hilarious and slightly terrifying, and an update on our planet that we all need to hear. So, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's try to make sense of this crazy world together. Alright, first up, let's head over to Europe, specifically Germany, where things have gone from orderly to, well, the opposite of orderly. The coalition government, which was already wobbling like a Jenga tower in an earthquake, has officially collapsed. And it all came down to something they're calling the Schnitzel scandal. No, I'm not making this up. It turns out the Chancellor's key ally was caught using state funds for what tabloids are describing as an obscene number of lavish Schnitzel-themed parties. I mean, you have to respect the commitment to a theme, right? But apparently the German public didn't see it that way. This isn't just about overpriced breaded meat though. This collapse sends massive shockwaves across the entire European Union. Germany is the economic engine of the EU, and with their government in turmoil, snap elections have been called. The far-right party, which has been gaining traction, is now polling higher than ever. It's a classic political drama. A minor, almost comical scandal reveals deep-seated corruption, which then creates a power vacuum. And suddenly, the entire political landscape of a continent is on shaky ground. It's like watching a domino rally where the first domino was just really hungry. Now everyone is holding their breath. Will Germany swing dramatically to the right? What does this mean for EU stability, for the euro, for international relations? The Chancellor gave a speech today looking absolutely defeated, promising to fight on, but you could see it in his eyes. He knows he got taken down by a schnitzel. Think about that. All those years of policy debates, international summits, and careful diplomacy unraveled by a crispy, golden brown piece of veal. Politics in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, it's a trip. Okay, now for a story that might make you feel a little better about the future, or maybe a little more scared of our new robot overlords. I haven't decided yet. A team of bioengineers at a Swiss research institute has just announced a massive breakthrough. They have successfully 3D printed a miniature, fully functional human heart. Yes, you heard that correctly. Using a patient's own cells as the ink, they constructed a living, beating heart about the size of a cherry. It's like a biological Build-A-Bear, but instead of stuffing, you use stem cells, and instead of a cute outfit, it gets hooked up to a machine that keeps it alive. This is a game changer of epic proportions. For years, the biggest hurdle in organ transplantation has been supply and rejection. Your body's immune system is like a bouncer at an exclusive club. If it doesn't recognize the new organ, it's not getting in. But because this mini heart is made from the patient's own cellular material, the risk of rejection is virtually zero. The scientists are saying that while we're still a decade away from printing full-sized transplantable organs, this is the most critical proof of concept ever achieved. It's the Kitty Hawk moment for regenerative medicine. Of course, the implications are staggering. This could one day eliminate organ donor waiting lists entirely. Imagine a world where if you need a new kidney or liver, you don't wait for a donor, you just print a new one. But it also opens up a whole can of ethical worms, doesn't it? What are the limits? Can we print enhanced organs? Who gets access to this technology? Will it only be for the super rich? For now though, let's just marvel at the science. They took cells, put them in a printer, and out came a tiny beating heart. My printer can't even handle double-sided printing without jamming. Now, let's switch gears to the world of sports, where the impossible just happened. If you're not a cricket fan, just imagine the smallest, most underfunded team in the league beating the New York Yankees, the LA Lakers, and the New England Patriots all on the same day. That's basically what happened at the T20 Cricket World Cup final. The powerhouse Indian team, stacked with superstars and favored by literally everyone, was stunningly defeated by Uganda. Yes, the Ugandan Cricket Cranes, a team that had to crowdfund just to afford their plane tickets to the tournament. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. India set a massive score and the commentators were already talking about their victory party. But then, Uganda's captain, a 22-year-old player who is also a part-time physics teacher, came out and played the innings of a lifetime. He was hitting the ball to every corner of the stadium. The Indian bowlers, some of the highest-paid athletes in the world, looked completely bewildered. It was David versus Goliath. But if David also had to grade homework on the bus ride to the fight, the final ball was pure cinema. Uganda needed 2 runs to win. The stadium was silent, the ball was bowled, the batsman swung, and it was a mad dash. They completed the runs just as the bails were knocked off the stumps, a photo finish that had to be reviewed for what felt like an eternity. When the screen flashed out, the stadium erupted for India, but wait, the umpire signaled a no ball. The bowler had overstepped. Uganda won on a penalty. The scenes of celebration, the tears of joy from the Ugandan players and their handful of fans, it's why we watch sports. It was a victory for every underdog, everywhere. And now for the reason your entire social media feed has been nothing but pictures of a large, semi-aquatic rodent. A story from Japan has gone completely uncontrollably viral. Apparently, a small private zoo in rural Hokkaido was having a capybara spa day event where the animals get to soak in a hot spring filled with floating yuzu fruits. It's a very cute, very Japanese thing, but someone, and the investigation is still ongoing, left the gate to the enclosure unlocked. So, what did the capybaras do? They formed an orderly queue and just walked out. A group of about 20 capybaras, led by what appears to be their alpha male, proceeded to take a leisurely stroll into the neighboring town. Now you need to understand, capybaras are the most unbothered animals on the planet. They are the physical embodiment of the word chill. So they weren't rampaging, they were just exploring. There are videos of them waiting patiently at a crosswalk, one trying to get on a public bus, and a group of them just vibing in a public fountain, much to the confusion of the local ducks. The town's residents, instead of panicking, mostly just took pictures. The capybaras became instant local celebrities. The police were called, but the officers seemed more interested in taking selfies with the animals than actually rounding them up. The whole ordeal ended peacefully when the zookeeper arrived with a bucket of watermelon, and the capybaras, deciding their adventure was over, followed him straight back to the zoo. The internet has now crowned them the Capybara Cartel, and the memes are glorious. It's the wholesome, low-stakes drama we all needed. Finally, let's end on a piece of news that offers a little bit of hope for our planet. For years, we've been hearing devastating stories about the world's coral reefs bleaching and dying off due to rising ocean temperatures. The Great Barrier Reef, in particular, has been in critical condition. But today, marine biologists have published a landmark study showing some truly encouraging results from a massive restoration project. Using a technique called coral seeding, scientists have been planting genetically diverse, heat-resistant coral fragments across the most damaged sections of the reef. And it's working. It's actually working. New satellite images and dive team surveys show significant regrowth in these areas, with vibrant color returning to ecosystems that were thought to be lost forever. The new coral is not only surviving, but it's also thriving and spawning, helping to create a new generation that is better equipped to handle the warmer waters. It's a huge win for conservation and a testament to the incredible resilience of nature when given just a little bit of help from us. This doesn't mean the problem is solved, not by a long shot. The scientists behind the project were very clear that this is a stopgap measure, not a cure. The primary threat is still climate change, and we still have to address the root cause. But it proves that intervention can work, and that it's not too late to make a difference. After so much bad news about the environment, seeing those images of a reef coming back to life feels like a massive collective exhale. It's a powerful reminder that we shouldn't give up hope, and that our actions, big and small, can still turn the tide. And there you have it. A government toppled by lunch meat, a heart made in a printer, a sporting miracle, a rodent rebellion, and a glimmer of hope from the bottom of the ocean. It's just another day on planet Earth. Trying to keep up with everything happening can feel overwhelming, I know. It's a constant stream of information and it moves so fast. But staying engaged and staying informed is more important now than ever. It's how we understand the world we live in and our place within it. So, I really hope breaking it down like this helps you make a little more sense of the beautiful chaos out there. If you want to keep up with the headlines and get our take on the stories shaping our world, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We do this every day because the news never stops, and neither do we. It's a big world, and we're all just trying to figure it out together, one headline at a time. Thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me. I appreciate every single one of you for watching, for commenting, and for being part of this community. It means the world. Stay curious, stay engaged, and I will see you back here tomorrow for another roundup of the world's top news. Take care, everyone. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's roundup. Your support helps us reach more people and keeps this community growing. See you tomorrow.